Welcome to the Geeks Addict. This is a Star Wars book review of Catslyst, a Rogue One novel. Catslyst is the 12th novel released in the new Star Wars canon. It is a prequel novel to the film Rogue One. Now, it is written by New York Times bestselling author James Luceno, who is pretty familiar with the Star Wars universe. He recently gave us Tarkin. Up first, I'm going to give a brief spoiler-free summary, but if you'd like to skip to my final thoughts, just click right here if you're on a desktop computer. Maybe, because the last time I tried that, YouTube wouldn't allow it, so I'm going to try one more time. If it doesn't work, I'm sorry. And now for a brief summary, this tale takes place during the events of Attack of the Clones, all the way up to just before Rogue One, which is just before A New Hope. It's about a brilliant scientist named Galen Erso and his family who are held captive by a certain government, and he refuses to do work for them knowing that his work may be weaponized. Now he's all about peace. Now a deal was made by Orson Krennic, who would find himself later climbing the ladder of success in the Empire, to get Galen and his family out of prison. Now Galen and Krennic have a history together. They were once acquaintances at a place called the Futures Program, a place for brilliant minds. It becomes Orson Krennic's goal to manipulate Galen into discovering the secrets of the Kyber crystals to weaponize the Empire's ultimate battle station, the Death Star. I always like to mention a couple characters that I enjoyed from the story, and first I'd like to talk about Orson Krennic. He's an Imperial officer who is kind of obsessed with rank and title, always seeking that promotion. He butts heads with some of the other Imperial officers, which you'll find pretty enjoyable in the book. He's the man who oversees the construction of the massive space station and superweapon. The man is sly, he's a trickster, you don't trust him, and he's probably one of the best villains that I have read yet. Galen Erso is another character who is fantastic, but I would really rather talk about Has Obit. He was a smuggler who had done work with both the separatists and the Republic, well, and eventually the Empire. Now he's a smuggler. I wouldn't call him a scoundrel. He's a humanoid with morals and emotion, and he gets caught up in the lies between two Imperial officers and is forced to make a drastic decision. I wouldn't mind a comic book of Has Obit. Now for my overall review, I love this book. It's one of my new favorites. James Luceno knocks it out of the park with character development, dialogue, plot, subplot. The pacing was fast. There was not one point when I was like, can we pick it up a little bit now? Because it started from page 1. In my opinion, some of the characters, even the events that took place during the prequels, were polished up in this book, which made them make a lot more sense through the overall saga. Luceno creates new lore and myths surrounding the Jedi, the Force, and the Kyber crystals. Now we get a look at the Empire like we haven't seen in any of the other new books. He does a great job detailing how the Empire goes from planet to planet, destroying everything in their path. Now for the rating, I give this book a 5 out of 5. I highly recommend it, especially before you go see Rogue One. Now if you like this video, hit the thumbs up, comment below, tell me if you've read the book or if you plan to pretty soon. Check out thegeeksaddict.com and have a good one.